Greetings, this is Z, aka Mickey, and at the time of this recording, it's November. Well, November is Academic Writing Month, or ACWRIMO for short. It's just a month when academics make large writing goals and break them down into daily goals and post publicly for accountability and encouragement. In preparation for this, I've done all kinds of things, but one of the things I've done is to streamline my file structure. So I've created this mock thesis research file structure to demonstrate that process. So you want to name your file structure according to the project, and if it's not a thesis folder, then it might be a journal article or a chapter that you're doing. One of the reasons you want to date it is because, well, for several reasons, but say that you're backing this up online, say that your computer fails and you have to restart this, you want to be able to differentiate it by start date. There are several folders, and I'll go over those, but let me start with the Lit acquisition folder. So in an ideal world, you don't download Lit unless you know that you're probably going to use it. In the real world, you end up just grabbing stuff and stashing it sometimes because you're in a hurry. Where I stash all my Lit is in the Lit acquisition folders, and I label them by year, and then I go in and I label them by month. So I go ahead and use a 2-digit numeral to number them. That way I don't want them to be ordered alphabetically, but I want them to be ordered temporally, like October for 10, November for 11. And then in here, there they are, just the PDFs that I'm using. If a PDF is useful and I decide, yes, I probably am going to cite this either now or in the future, then I go ahead and grab it and store it in the Mendeley Watch folder. Now in the Mendeley Watch folder, Mendeley is watching it so that he can grab it and import it. And I want to keep Mendeley uncluttered and only have things that I think are useful. And the reason I want to put things in Mendeley is because, for example, say that I have forgotten about a useful PDF, but I remember that I grabbed it 6 or 7 months ago and it had something to do with complexity. Well, Mendeley will search this entire, there are like 700 or 800 PDFs in here. It will search it and pinpoint it. It will search these folders deeply, the PDFs deeply, and help me to find it. And I may have to open up a couple of these to find it, but it's so much better than going back to this file structure and trying to search by year or month. So that's the Lit acquisition folder. The writing folder mirrors that, except it has a couple of extra things. So writing 2013, writing 2014, they mirror things. And as I said, you want to use a 2-digit numeral. That way things are ordered for you chronologically. But these extra folders here, I have a draft for next submission stored here folder, and that just lets me know exactly what I'm going to be submitting next. I don't want any question about where that is, and I'm gradually building it, and there it is. Copies of drafts sent to your DA, Dear Advisor, or your CMS, your committee members. You may not have an advisor or a committee member. You may have a peer or a supervisor. You want to store things that you sent here. That way you can go back and refer to them. And you can always find them in your email usually, but they're here as well. And if we were to go into the writing folders, writing 2013, to see how that breaks down, I do section them off into the bits of pieces, and I do collect them, copy and paste them once I get them nice and honed, and put them into that draft that's going to be submitted. Alright, so let's get back and look at the overall structure. Images, those are just images either that I have created or that I've copied and pasted from other documents that are going to inspire me or that I need to create. Research activity, that refers to the actual research action that I'm taking in order to get the project done. So this may hold interview forms before they're filled in and interview forms after they're filled in, survey forms, whatever that I'm going to be needing to use in the process of conducting the research action. Feedback from DAs and CMs. So before, it held things that I submitted, and once they've sent me feedback, whether it's a copy of it with their comments or any notes that they've given me, I stash them here. Project time and task management. I find all kinds of things. People send me all kinds of things that help with this, and I just stash them here so I can find them again. I don't want them intermixed with other things. Writing helps, guides, forms, and models. Sometimes you find a model article that you're not going to cite, but you just like the structure of it, or you like the language that it is using. I stash those here. And then miscellaneous, finally. So sometimes you grab things and it's related to thesising or writing or researching, but it doesn't easily fall into any of these categories, or you don't have time to file it yet, and I just want to stash it here. I don't want this area cluttered. So that's it. Basically, that's how I've structured things. This is the basic structure I've always used, but I've just added a couple more folders to help streamline things. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at the blog, theblossomingfledglingresearcher.wordpress.com. And as always, thanks for watching. Happy writing. God bless.